All right, it is time now to find out what is going on over at the State House. We're going to bring in our State House insiders, Antjuan Seawright, our Democrat strategist, Dave Wilson, our Republican strategist. The session starting just in the last few days. What's on the agenda for lawmakers to accomplish in 2023? Antjuan, we'll begin with you.
Well, I think the better question, the better person to answer that would be Dave, because his party controls very heavily in the House and have a very heavy hand in the state Senate. What we've seen so far is a bad case of rearrange or misinformed priorities. The first couple of days have been lathered in a school voucher bill that's going to really take money away from public education in the state, a state in which minimally adequate is the standard according to our Constitution. And so I think it's a true slap in the face to public education where majority of students in South Carolina graduate.
There are a lot of places right now, JR, where we're looking at educational choices that are out there, whether it's educational savings accounts or this PACE program. The Senate spent a lot of time debating that this week and how those dollars are going to be spent in South Carolina, actually putting the money where it belongs in educating students. And that's going to be a real thing. And asking the question, who's going to be responsible for deciding where children go to school? Is that going to be up to the arbitrarily drawn lines of school districts, or is that going to be up to parents? And that's the real question right now.
And I guess the challenge with that, Dave, we're a very rural state. You take where I grew up in rural South Carolina, rural Swansea. There is no private school choice for local kids to attend. And so this idea of taking public taxpayers' dollars, giving that to private schools in the form of a voucher, where the tuition can be somewhere north of $15,000. You take a $6,000 voucher, who's going to be able to make the difference? You take my family, a working class family in South Carolina, where the finances just don't add up to that. And so it becomes an accessibility and affordability option. And I'm a proud public school graduate, no disrespect to private schools, but I love the public school system. I think I've done well, and many others have too. I think we have to put our time and attention and resources and strengthen the public school, paying our teachers and giving kids an opportunity to compete in an ever-changing global society.
We are seeing teachers getting paid at new rates and expected. And the governor put it into his inaugural address, JR, talking about the fact of raising teacher pay yet again another $2,500 this year, getting up to $50,000 by the end of this term. I think that's a real issue that needs to be addressed, and that's something that is being done. The other part of that is, Antjuan, nobody has to choose to be involved in a school choice program. You can continue to choose to be involved and go to the school of your choice where you live. And that is a fantastic opportunity, especially in areas where you've got really great schools or in areas that need to have the support. And we're seeing teachers getting the support that they need with increase in pay year after year.
Guys, we only have a couple of moments left. I want to ask you about an issue over at the State House that has been in the news the last few days. Are we going to see an all-male state Supreme Court in South Carolina come February 1st?
I do think it's likely possible. I think it's a slap in the face to the progress we've made in this state and in this country when it comes to having women being at the table and not necessarily on the menu. But ultimately, it was up to, and it is up to, the General Assembly to decide. Like many cases, these men will have to make decisions on issues that impact women. And I think we have to take a real serious look at how we diversify. And that word diversity means different things for different people, but I know what it means for me.
It's going to be a place, JR, where we're going to have an all-male court for right now, but we also have a Supreme Court Chief Justice who's going to be retiring next year. There's a whole other slot that's going to be opened up. So I think there's every opportunity for people who are interested and those who want to apply for that position to be able to do so. And so our judicial system has got to start raising up the people that they want to see happening there.
Dave, my own response to that is a lot can happen in a year. One or two court cases where women's voices are not heard could be very problematic for future generations in the state. And so while I agree with you, there will be an opportunity, but the crisis is now. We have to start dealing with crises that are right in front of us.
But the issue here, JR, is this. It was the two women who were on the ballot. Out of the three candidates, the two women chose to drop out. There is a real issue that's going on there, and that vote has not taken place with the legislature yet.
All right. Dave Wilson, our Republican strategist, Antjuan Seawright, our Democrat strategist. Guys, as always, thank you so very much. We'll be touching base with you throughout the upcoming legislative year. And of course,